What's going on? I'm Whit. Welcome back to the channel. Another great unboxing today. This is from the Sea-Gull watch company. You know, we always see the 1963. I just thought it'd be fun to check out one of their divers, so that's what's inside. Let's rip it open. Little bracelet adjustment tool. Oh! I always expect to see the watch there. I don't know why. This is a pretty cool presentation, though. So you've got your top tray here that's got your instruction manual and your warranty card, and you got QR codes to follow them at various social media, and lift the latch to get to the good stuff. Ooh, man, we gotta unwrap that. Wow, through the magic of editing and all the wraps are gone, and man, this looks spectacular. I just didn't know what to expect from a diver from Seagull, and man, I gotta say, first impressions, this thing is a beauty. I mean, right off the bat, I see this Riot, which this is, by the way, the Ocean Star dual time zone. They call it a GMT, but it's not a GMT movement. It's just a dual time. You can see on the Riot there, which I'm just getting ready to point out, that has got an extra 12-hour markings, and this bezel, or rather this crown here, will rotate that inner Riot, which I'll show you in a bit here, to get you a second time zone tracking. So, but man, it just, the orange on it, it's like an anodized, like aluminum look to it. I don't know, it's like an electric orange. So it looks great with this blue. Yeah, and the bezel looks to be the same. It has an aluminum look to it. So got a very vintage kind of vibe going to it, but I don't know, it looks like a modern diver to me. And the size-wise, I think it's a little larger, so it's just got all the classic dive watch take to it. So going through some of the specs, this is 316L stainless steel. You can see a brush work on the sides here, and then a little bit of polish features going on the top side of that chamfer there. The edge of the bezel is all high polish, as is the end of the crown, which is signed. And the other crown mirrors that. It's signed as well and polished on that outside portion. Looks like the knurling is different on that crown as compared to the main time-setting crown. And then we see the polish head on down the bracelet at the edge of the links there, and then brushed down the middle. It's just got a great vibe going for it. Might as well keep going down the bracelet to show you that it's got a fold-over safety latch with their signature and logo on the brushed clasp, and then double push button. This part appears to be pressed, and then your hinges are fully milled. No diver extension. Polished sides here, and the links are sized by push pins, which you saw that push pin tool in the opening. Solid case back. Left a sticker on for you. Oh, I wonder what that QR code is. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't expect that. Had to release the hound so we can get a better view of this. That is spectacular. I did not expect to see that. You know, I just saw this script around the outside edge, and I just figured the middle would kind of be, you know, solid stainless steel or what have you. Did not expect that little graph, and that's beautiful. You can see it's paint filled with some blue paint right there where it says Ocean Star. Otherwise, around the edge, you got Seagull Divers 200 meter. That is probably a serial number there, because this is the model number here. And then stainless steel. Yeah, I really like that case back. Just putting that back together, I forgot to point out there are actually only 3 micro adjusts, so a little bit of bummer there. I like it when there's 6 because you've got, you know, all kinds of room to size it without really changing up the links too much. But yeah, 3's not too bad. I like to keep it in the middle and then have one direction for the winter and one direction for the summer, you know? But back to the specs, you've got a flat sapphire crystal there, and it's got a Cyclops for the date. Ah, cool. Even the Cyclops is sapphire. Dig that. You don't see that often. Sometimes they'll do a sapphire crystal and then a mineral crystal for the Cyclops, so very cool. Because that's the one that gets scratched up so much because it's sitting on top, right? Now your crowns are screw down, each of them, so this one here for the time setting mode. First click should be the date. We're outside of the danger zone, so there you go, date rotating. And the Cyclops looks to be centered pretty well. It's just not showing up on camera through various lighting situations. You see the reflection there. But yeah, it looks like it's lined up nicely. And second position out for time setting, you see hacking or stop seconds device. And we'll rotate the hands, get a little different position. Threads nicely. And then now let's move over here. So this is the inner rotating bezel. So as you can see, as I unscrewed it, then I was able to start twisting. You can go bi-directional and then lock it into whatever time zone you want. Push. Well, that's kind of awkward to do with your left hand, but it's doable. I mean, not if you're a lefty, I guess, right? So both screw down crowns, 200 meters of water resistance, as I mentioned when we were explaining the case back. Now let's check out the dive time bezel. So again, this looks to be like an aluminum insert. It's got that nice kind of anodized look to it. Nice markings, very clear. And let's see how she spins. Oh, that's nice. That's a 60 click. I like that. You know, in a world of a bunch of 120 clickers, this kind of feels nice to get a 60 every now and then. So the indentations are very prominent. I mean, I can feel each click, and it's a little bit spongy. I kind of like it. That's where I like a 60 click to be. It's just got just a little bit of sponginess. So it looks like it's a little harder to grab here at the top side and bottom because of the end links. But the knurling here on the side and the room for it looks to be good. So this seems to be the best location. And then as we see, everything lines up nicely. I'll let you hear it now. Now, I don't know what the luminescence is. It's not listed on their website, so we'll give you a lume shot in a while here and see if it's any good. Let me tell you about the movement, and then still to come, we'll do some measurements, try it on, and get you that lume shot as well. So inside is the Seagull in-house ST2130. Now, obviously, you've come across a lot of watches that have a Seagull movement, so great to see an entire Seagull production. They've been around for quite some time, and again, like I said in the opening, you tend to really just kind of know about their 1963, because that's kind of the watch that made them famous. But cool to see some other offerings, especially this diver. So this ST2130 is based on an ETA 2824-2 movement, so beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It's got 28 joules, about a 40-hour power reserve, maybe a little more, automatic and hand winding, and it's got hackings or stop second device, and that quick set date. Now the rotor on this one winds in both directions, so if you compare it to like a Miyota 9000 series, again similar with the power reserve and the high beat rate, this one you're not going to have that winding noise from that rotor going only in one direction. Bidirectional here. Now, similar to other technical aspects of this movement, the accuracy rating is not really listed anywhere. And obviously not an accurate representation here because I'm just showing one pass through and one position dial up. And as a matter of fact, I don't have the lift angle confirmed at 50 degrees, but I believe it to be correct. So we're showing a rate of plus 12 seconds per day, amplitude of 311, now 304, but still swinging for the fences there. I love it. And a beat error of 0.1 milliseconds. Man, before we measure, I want to get you some tight shots of this dial because it is absolutely gorgeous. So we see this kind of matte blue dial, then you've got polished surrounds on the indices, and then that handset is just beautiful. See that nice, as it comes through the Cyclops there, nice tip on the seconds hand, that contrasting orange color against the dial, and then you can see when it rolls over the indices as well. Beautiful. The Seagull logo and signature is printed, and then that star is applied. You can see how it's got a little bit of polish or shine to it as well. And then below that, automatic GMT printed on the dial. Again, I don't know why they say GMT with this watch, because I typically think of a movement being capable of telling multiple time zones when I think of GMT, but I guess dual time is probably a better description for this, a dual time bezel. Then we see the chapter ring on the dial as well, and really small there, you can see at the 6 o'clock spot, made in China. And I think that's cool to see on there. Again, this is a brand that has been around for quite some time and has been setting standards for quality. So, you know, that badging made in China is not always a derogatory term. We tend to think of that in the United States because of so many other cheap products that might come out of the country. But I tell you, Chinese watchmaking is, you know, this again is one of the original brands, but you know, nothing to be laughed at. I mean, sure, there are some cheap, you know, watches out there, but you can tell that this is not one of them. So I think it's cool that they proudly put that badging on this dial. I really like the star, the way that kind of pops too. It's actually, looks like you can see it better from a distance than you can where I was close up. It really adds a nice touch to that dial. Okay, so for the measurements, this is a big boy. Let's see where I can grab it best. That looks like the best diameter reading. So 43.5, that's actually what it is listed at on the website as well. Exactly 43.5. So lug to lug of 49.9. You got a 22 millimeter lug width, and the bracelet tapers down to 20 millimeters at the clasp. Looks to be a pretty good thickness, but actually comes in at 12.8 millimeters, not out of line for a diver of this 200 meter rating. Yeah, but I would have thought it would have been more than that. I was thinking like 13 and a half or so. It just kind of looks really thick. And it's a hefty one, weighs 202 grams with all links on the supplied bracelet. Okay, I'll try it on for you, but first today I'm wearing the Ikigai Kame dive watch, another 200 meter diver. This watch is very different than the original prototype that I reviewed, so I've got a couple of videos you could watch. You can check out the prototype one, which is a full review, but then since this watch changed, I just recently did an unboxing of it to show you this new production model. You can find that video right there. Sweet watch. Oh, that's like a dream right there. That feels good. This is a great size for me. I really, you know, for me, it's 40 to 45 millimeters. That's kind of my sweet spot with an 8-inch wrist here. So you can see that, you know, this style and this size of watch just fits me well. So again, 8-inch wrist, have not taken out any links yet. Looks like I would probably take out 2 links. There's plenty of room there. Although they are kind of big. I'll probably start with one, but yeah. That bracelet looks good, huh? It's got a lot of polish to it. I will give you some outdoor shots here towards the end of the video so you can see it in a kind of better lighting situation, not with all these lights reflecting off of it. Okay, and for the lume shot, looks like we've got bicolored luminescence. I'm filming in the daytime here, so it's a little harder to get you that kind of dark shot, so I'll roll one in. But the handset appears to be a blue in color, and then the indices and the lume pip on the bezel appear to be green. So nice little mix of bicolor luminescence, and it looks like the staying power is okay. So it's kind of hard to say whether this is, you know, like Japanese lume or Swiss, you know, Super Luminova. Not really sure since they don't list it on their website, but it looks to be a decent application. The Sea-Gull Ocean Star dual time zone 200 meter diver comes in 2 different colors, this blue orange or there's a black green. Now there's a 2-year warranty on this watch, and you can order it 2 different ways. You can get it on a color matched nylon and silicone strap, and that comes in at $372 US, or you can get it on the stainless steel bracelet as you've seen in this video, and that comes in at around $392 US. Now at the time of recording this video, there's currently a sale going on that brings the price down to $327 US on the strap and $345 US on the bracelet. And if you're seeing this video while there aren't any sales going on, just look down below in the description of this video for a discount code for $10 off. Now, Seagull only operates 2 official websites at this time. SeagullWatch.com is their site for mainland China, and all international sales are at SeagullWatchOfficial.com. Now, each site features the other at the footer of each page. So look at the bottom. If those 2 sites aren't referenced to each other on a website you're shopping, authenticity cannot be guaranteed. Yeah, first impressions are strong with this one. I'm super glad to get this in on the channel. This is my first experience with a Seagull watch, period. You know, I've had other watches that had their movements in it, but seeing this from them, this is great build quality, and the overall design and aesthetics are very pleasing. What do you think of this one? Leave your thoughts down below, and maybe check out a couple of these videos if you got time. I'll catch you over there. I'm Whit, with so many watches, so little time and money.